Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Hannah, and today is just a video where I will be saying my views on two topics. I know my hair looks really crazy right now because I washed it, and yes, I have to detangle it and grease it up and make it look nice. But yeah, so the two topics that I will be saying my views on are having a relationship as a young person, whether you be a Christian or non-Christian, like basically a young person in a relationship, and two, moving in before marriage. So click that like blood. Yeah, I did a button today, but click that like button, turn on that notification bell, subscribe, and stay tuned as you watch this video. So how do I view and what's my view or what's my take on being in a relationship as a young person? It is okay. Like honestly, it is okay. There is no problem in this. But what I will say is that for you to be in a relationship, before you even go into a relationship or even date, as a matter of fact, you have to ensure that your foundation is God. You have to have a relationship with God. Making the center of your life the foundation of your life before you actually go into a relationship. Because the first relationship you're supposed to be in is in a relationship with God. Yeah, with God and yourself too. But yeah, but yeah, your foundation should be God before you actually start or go on date and everything. So when you actually make God the foundation of your life and the foundation before you actually go into dating, you will be on par. You will have a healthy relationship because so long as you see God is your guide, you ain't making no wrong decision there. That's how I see it. So yes, now you know you make God the foundation. If it so happen that you see somebody that you like, or maybe God allow life to um bring you and a person which both of you like each other together, um even in that dating stage, he's supposed to be the foundation. Yes, he has to be the foundation. Why? Because so long as you God is the foundation, again you will have a healthy relationship. All right, so you converse with God, you converse with each other that you may or maybe want to date each other to get to know each other. If God agrees, you'll both agree, and you're actually on the same page on actually dating each other. Then you'll date each other. You'll date each other pretty much, and yeah, let God guide you all. You'll get to know each other, and until you'll like feel it's like the right time to actually make it official to yourselves that you are together. But yeah, afterwards, after the official, like after you make it official, you'll continue the relationship. You'll get to know each other, and have relationship with each other, build trust, build loyalty, commitment, and everything. So all the rest of the things that you need to have a good relationship. Once ever, everything that you do, God, you do like involve God first. That's all I will say. And yes, now the other part is moving in before marriage. Now, first off, I had a very completely off track of moving in when I first heard of it a few years ago. But now I grew knowledge and I really got to understand a different perspective, and that's how I view it. All right, so moving in is totally different from dating. I will say it again. Moving in is totally different from dating. It's like a whole nother step from dating. Okay, you're dating, maybe you're like, okay, maybe it's young adults, most probably like you're living at your parents' home still when you was dating, and like when you made it official, maybe a lot of time passed, and maybe the man asked the woman to move in, or the young person or the young man asked the young lady to move in with him. Now, before he actually asks that question, they are supposed to have a valid sit down conversation explaining everything, because that is a totally different step in that relationship there. Now, again, you have to involve God in it. If God doesn't approve, then it's not going to make no sense, because so long as God doesn't approve of something and you just do it anyway, trust me, God have a way of like causing things to happen just for him to teach you that nothing without him will work out. Nothing without him is worth it. Alright, so okay, we got approves for you all to move in there, and you'll maybe on the same page on moving in. But before, like in that conversation, you have to set boundaries. You have to set both of you have to set your standards and really converse as to what will be done before you actually move in. Cause y'all kind of just move into with each other, and then like, okay, nothing, no plan, nothing, and like everything is just going like in a whole chaotic manner. Hell nah, it ain't gonna work. So nah. You have to, everything that you do, you have to involve God and have a plan, and not even you alone have a plan. Not only you and God, sorry, you and your partner have a plan, but you and God, like you all have to make a plan, like actually listen to God plan and make a plan with God, if that makes sense. Because like, okay, God gives you, like, reveals a plan to you all tell God like how like, okay, if God reveals a plan to you all, right, and y'all listen to his plan, you'll understand his plan. The plan that maybe you'll had, if it's not similar, listen to God's plan. Cause and follow God's plan. Cause when you just like, again, when you see like you just caught, like, okay, God tell you the plan, like you just setting that on aside and like you all just do whatever plan, it will not work out. It will just be chaotic. Like literally. So yes. So before you really move in, you all have to set like really converse with God, with each other, set the ground rules and everything. Not rules, but like a plan. A plan. Like ensure that you know what you are about before you actually move in, before you actually move in together, before you actually like go into that step, into that chapter, because again it is different from dating. When I was dating, of course, like you would be talking on the phone, you all would meet up, and you all would be talking and everything, so like you all be getting to know each other then. But like when you actually move in, that is way different, and it's way deeper, because that is where you really learn that person lifestyle face to face. So sometimes, like, I mean, I'm not saying that's always the case, but like sometimes the thing that maybe you'll maybe conversed in like converse with each other in the dating stage, when you're actually moving, sometimes it's not always the case that like everything that was said is being done, because not everything goes as planned, or sometimes things said is not what actually takes place. Sorry, but yeah. But yes, that's how I really see it for sure. So now when you see really like now you all maybe living with each other, it's really gonna be different, because again you will be dealing with that person every day. You will be learning about that person's lifestyle, how that person thinks, the mindset of that person, how he or she views it, like views everything, like life actually, like how they actually react to situations, different situations, not only angry situations but sad situations. What, like what does the person do, like what the other person does when things are, like maybe when they run through a phase, what do they do when they are in a season of sadness, depression. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that it's always gonna be that, like I'm just thinking of, like, situations. Okay, how does that person really act when in a situation? Okay, I'll just use um an argument, right? Because I mean, yeah, of course, um there will have times when you'll argue. That's normal in any relationship. But okay, maybe something happened that you'll disagree on. Instead of arguing, have a conversation. You will by the way, if something goes wrong, where something is done or something is said that the other person doesn't agree with, you will see when living with that person what's the first thing that they will do. If it's like just lash out, what would that person do? What would be their reaction? What will be their first move? And all of these things. So like, you're really, 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 really going to learn, see for yourself everything about that person. Basically, you'll be seeing everything about each other in person before you actually make that decision. Like, okay, before you actually proposes, because you learn that person for a while, living with them for a while before maybe he asks that question about whether you marry me, or the whole proposal thing. But you'll have enough time to really sit and think and watch and see if that is someone that you can really be with when you're living with them. Now you see what I just explained there. All what I just explained there is totally different from just dating them. Because okay, um I've seen it happen many times in movies, in reality. Like, yeah, most times you find in a relationship that, okay, if maybe you're dating for sometimes, okay, 3 years to 5 years, you're dating, you're not moving in with each other, nothing so. And I mean, yeah, you're just dating, you're living at your parents' home or you're living at your individual homes, and he proposes to you. I mean, guy proposes to woman. They engage. My fruit is cutting, but yeah, they engage. Maybe after a good while they get married, and then that's when they're actually moving in with each other. And sometimes when they're actually moving in with each other, they don't even know how to really like they don't even know what to expect. Now, you know I literally see, while actually talking, I view things very, very differently, right? Okay, that can be a good thing and a bad thing. Because, okay, you're living on your own before you'll get married. You'll When you'll actually get married, you're moving together. But before you're actually moving together, you can actually have you'll must have a sit down conversation. You all must explain before you literally move in, whether you be married or not married with that person. Because you cannot just move in with someone and like just expect it to be like everything to just happen magically. Hell nah. No, no, no. And of course, when you get married, you must expect to actually move in with the person. Or I mean, yeah, that's like a must. You cannot just, okay, if you're living at your parents' home and next year you get married. Trust me, you can't just expect to just be living at your parents' home forever. Hell no. That's the main reason why you're supposed to really like converse with each other as to what will be happening. Like in a relationship, you have to have a conversation and really like converse with each other before taking any necessary step, especially big steps like these. Because if you don't, your relationship will be so chaotic. And again, if now I was like what I like that part I just said there is like okay, you don't like as no like you're just like a normal young person, or like you're not a Christian basically, and like yeah, you don't want to know God, like you don't, God is not your foundation, like you just move in, okay, you're always dating, like you're always living separate from each other, and then you'll just like maybe he popped a question, like you'll just when you'll get married, that's when you'll move in, you'll do have no conversation, nothing. So and like okay, problem starts, you're just fighting like with each other, maybe that one's sending words for that one re-sending words if that's actually a word, and like it's just chaotic, there is no peace, you cannot even communicate with each other, even though you're like basically both you're communicating, but like no understanding is there. That is a huge problem right there. This is why you cannot do anything in life without God, because anything in life without God is just like it's just not right. It will be chaotic, especially in a relationship. Because when God is the foundation, I'm not saying that you will not have problems. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that a Christian life will not have problems. You will. But you will have someone who will help you and who will teach you, who will advise you, who will tell you how to handle a situation. He will reveal, God will reveal to you what decision to make when that happens, like in that situation, what to do. He will, like, basically, you'll be knowing God more and like knowing each other more. Like, you'll be knowing God together and individually, and you'll be knowing each other better. Because, again, I'm going back to a relationship as a Christian. All right, you're moving together. You all will have bad days, you will have good days. Not every day will be rosy, not every day will be sunny. When you're really like see each other like okay, you all have been living together for okay, let's say a month, 2 months, 3 months, so right? You have learned like you have seen that person lifestyle for then or like for that time. Maybe later on, maybe you'll really like start having some challenging times, like like a normal couple. When you'll see you'll have problems, first person to run to before you even run to your partner is God. Because sometimes by the time you see you running to your partner when you have a problem, sometimes it's like, I done with you. I take my bag and I'm going. Yeah. It happens. But run to God first before you actually run to your partner. Seek God first, especially in an argument. Or not an argument, sorry, a disagreement. And listen to what God is telling to you. And I have realized that you see when you have a problem, like you a disagreement. I'm not talking about relationship only, like in general, in anything. When you run to God, you like when you see like you talk to God, like it calms you down from actually being angry. Because that's one thing I really learn on like when I see I am angry, or like I see that I'll be angry, or like I have a disagreement with someone, I run to God and I really tell it to God. Tell everything to God. Like it calms you down. God calms you down. So like yeah. So okay, after a good while of like you're living together as a Christian, he pops the question, y'all get engaged, you'll get married after. It's like y'all are just growing and growing and growing with God and with each other. That's like a healthy relationship right there. So like you see what I just like everything I've literally explained. There is nothing wrong in moving in with someone like before marriage. What is wrong is that as a Christian, okay, you're moving, you'll know the word of God, but like you'll just keep like you'll just ignore it, and like just whatever temptation come, you'll don't even think of like overcoming it. Like you'll just jump into it, like you'll just give into temptation, and that's where the problem is. But when you really set your standards and everything, so then for sure you know that that relationship is a solid relationship because the foundation is solid and the foundation is Jesus. So I literally said a lot of things. I really hope that I explained what my views properly and you'll understand what I think and how I feel about these two topics. So please like, share, subscribe. I really like doing these videos because I can really talk to you all and explain how I feel, like my voice, like yeah, pretty much my voice on how I see things. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos. And comment down below. Sometimes YouTube does be playing around the comment. Like sometimes it does be turned off. Not my fault. It's not me, guys. But yeah. Um. But yeah, thanks again for taking the time out to actually watch this video. Have a great day, everybody, and stay tuned for more lead videos. Love you guys. Peace.